Hello everyone, it's your sister Roland, and all I need is a few minutes to let's talk about the gentrification of North Miami, which is not, it didn't start now. I just recently saw this on Sunday, this picture, but it started years ago. Started creeping up because it always starts in little bits and pieces to see how much the people will take, if the people are paying attention, or what you're gonna do. Because my kids, years ago, my kids used to go to a charter school. It was a charter school, it was like middle school, and it was predominantly Hispanics and blacks there. Somewhere, somehow, that school no longer exists, and the Hispanics and black people that were in there are not there anymore. It's a different, it's a different group, totally. There, it might be other stuff, but this is the things that I know. And then it started also with like in the video I'm going to show you at the end, a video of where it started with the buildings, with the apartment buildings. These apartments, for real, they really needed some redesign, some maintenance, and whoever owned it for were not, they wasn't doing that. So it was a company that bought up a lot of them. They have a lot of properties, and all of them, you could tell they are owned by this company, but because all of them have the same color, the same grayish color. And they started that because these apartments look better than how it was before, basically. So the first time I heard gentrification. What is gentrification? The gentrification is the process whereby the character of a poor urban area is changed by wealthier people moving in, improving housing, and attracting new businesses, typically displacing current inhabitants in the process. So, a lot of as you can see, this how this building is. Look how it is, and then you're gonna see the ride through that I did. Does it justify that? But that's how it happens. Because I was watching this young lady, her name is CEO driving, and she mentioned that. She says they put, and then I've seen that happen, but I didn't understand it at that time. She said they put stuff like that in the area, and then you saying this one of these things is not like the other. One of these things doesn't belong. You know that song? Yeah, it doesn't belong there, but it will sit there because they know what they're doing. It'll take time, and then eventually, when you go back years down the line, the whole community has changed. Because we were living in Little Haiti at the time, and it was on 47th Street, 47th Terrace, and near North Miami Avenue, and they had built $1 million house there. They built it from scratch. It was an older building, and then they built this. It was so nice, and then we were so amazed, like, wow, look at this $1 million home in this area, because all the houses in the area, some of them wasn't even worth 100,000, but they had this $1 million home right in the middle. It just sat there. It never sold. Nobody ever bought it. I think it sold like years down the line. Years. It was like, I would say 6 to 7 years down the line it sold. And then, but when it sold, the area started to change. And people started to lose their houses. And then, now that area is totally different from when I was growing up there. Totally different. It's not the same area at all. Because that's how it starts. They put something that doesn't belong, and it stays there, and then little by little they start changing things, and you thinking it's benefiting the community, but it's not. It's benefiting another community, because there is a place in Miami where the sea levels are rising, and it's probably gonna, because when it rains over there, oh my goodness, like the ocean and the street makes one. The ocean and the water in the streets is like one. It's so much flooding. So those people gonna need somewhere to go, and they don't want to go too far. Like how all the people that you was living originally living in Little Haiti, a lot of them moved to Miramar, some of them moved to Homestead, and Homestead is, I do not like driving to Homestead. I do not like driving over there. But that's how it started. This is how it started. Another thing that really upsets me about this project is because, like I said, this is the beginning. That's how it starts. But look who approved this. The names. All these people, right here. You see the names right there. All these people are black people, and then they are also Haitian people. They're Haitian people. And then you doing this. And then the thing is, what's so funny, a lot of, when it really comes to light, a lot of churches not going to be able to say anything because these people have been in some of the big Haitian churches, and then they have even donated. So even when they do hair, what's going on to the people, how they trying to push them out of their home like they doing to the people in Little Haiti, you really can't say nothing because you took their money. And these people was giving money way back when, even before some of them was council members, mayors, and stuff like that. This is why people need to stop voting for people just because you're black, just because, oh, we're the same ethnicity, we're from the same group and stuff like that. Because a lot of these people, they let these things pass because they're getting some kickbacks, allegedly. So that's why a lot of times these things happen. So just like they're doing in Little Haiti / Magic City / Buena Vista, so that's what's being done here. Look at the names. That is thing. And then whenever anything needs to be done, all they need is 3 people to vote. That's it, and it passes. And they have more than 3 people. So it didn't happen. Oh, I didn't know, and stuff like that. Yeah, really. So now we're gonna take a drive and see the houses in this area to see if that residence justifies. Here, this one looks, is that repainted it. You're building that in this area. Even look at this one. That in this area. And that's not gentrification. Let's continue. It's just a small drive-through. Look at this over there. That's what's going to be built. But it all started with these buildings here. This big building, that's what it all started. It started with this, but it slowly progressed into, the gardens. That's how it started. And that's gotta do a whole ride round, but a little ride round, see the type of houses in the area. That's how it started. So you heard all the commentary, and you've seen the ride through that I did. But a lot of things will continue to happen because we as black people, because I'm black, I'm going to speak on that. We do not position ourselves to, when these things start to happen, we start positioning ourselves to buy property. There are some people that do that. And then sometimes you see somebody come along and then wipe that person out. Don't make no sense. Everybody trying to get rich quick. Whereas the Bible says, wealth from get rich schemes, that's a New Living Translation, quickly disappears. Wealth from hard work grows over time. So when you gather stuff little by little, that's what lasts. Because when we look at, that was last year with the PPP, many people got thousands and thousands of dollars. And now I know oh my goodness, I couldn't understand that. I know this couple got $40,000. They had a business. Ain't like they didn't have a business. And it wasn't even a few months later, this couple was asking certain family members for $500 because they had nothing. They didn't even know how they was going to pay their rent. And I was like, what did you do with $40,000? You could have positioned yourself in a way. So sometimes I just don't understand. It's like we are our worst enemy. You have a group that's trying to fix this problem, trying to come in when they try to gentrify the area, and then still buy up property just in case so we can still have the original people there. But then you have people that trying to give them a hard time. Sometimes it's not even like eliminating them. Sometimes just giving them a hard time, always giving them tickets. Oh my goodness, some stuff some black people do to black people is ridiculous. I mean, they do whatever they can so you don't prosper, but won't do it. Yeah. But anyway. But if it's a group of us that we are one mind, we have one goal, I believe we can achieve a lot of stuff, and then we could change the trajectory of our children's future. But if we don't put our heads together for real, with one goal in mind, not 2-3 goals, not having the same goal, and then afterwards you be like, oh, I don't want to do this no more, and then you go do your own stuff. No, same goal until we complete that goal, and then if we want to do another goal, okay. But we gotta put ourselves heads together, or this will always happen. And then where you're gonna go, but then where we gonna be? We won't have anything. Everything that was originally named for us, we won't have that anymore, because we don't do what we need to do to keep it, basically. Anyway, that's all I had to say. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in another video. Bye.